So, I'm Mehdi, I'm with San Diego BDS, and I'm with the Palestine Solidarity Committee at the University of San Diego, and we are going to start chanting. Okay, that too. However, comma. Okay.
You're representing Lebanon.
However, comma.
I'm Lebanese.
I want us to know what we're chanting. We will have chants Bldg today, and I want people to know what's happening because we're part of a community always and forever. So, listen up. Here is some chant education for you all. I need you to repeat after me. I will be very, very slow, and then I will stop being very, very slow. Are you ready? Be loud.
Yes.
Are you ready to be loud? Are you ready to have feeling? We're here for something very big and for something very important. So, put whatever feelings you have into being loud, into letting people hear us, into being human beings in community, in anger, in grief, in mourning, and in resistance. Okay, first chant. Min al-Mayya lil-Mayya, Palestine Arabiyya. Okay, I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go so slow for you. Repeat after me, pretty please. Be so nice to me. Min al-Mayya lil-Mayya. Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya. من المية للمية.
من المية للمية. Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Okay, this is what it means. For anyone who doesn't know what it means, first of all, please listen. It is important. So, literally, it means from the water to the water. Palestine is Arab. Okay, are we good? That's a different one. We'll do that later. Okay, are we good? Let's do it. Min al-Mayya lil-Mayya. Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Please be so loud. Please. What is this? What is happening? Be loud. Raise your voices. Scream, please.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية. Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية. Palestine Arabiyya.
فلسطين عربية. ومن المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
Palestine Arabiyya.
Palestine Arabiyya.
من Free, free, free Palestine.
And the occupation.
Free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And the occupation
And the occupation
Okay. We're going to do it in English so that people who are joining, who don't speak Arabic, can feel included and have a space. Okay.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
As a call and response.
Okay.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
River to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river,
From the sea to the river,
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
From the sea to the river,
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation has got to go.
Occupation has got to go.
Hey, hey,
Ho, ho! Hey,
The occupation has got to go.
the people united will never be defeated.
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 Louder, louder, say it more.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Okay. You're here. I'm going to teach you a word.
Auda.
Auda. It means return. Okay? So when we say, what do we want? You will say, Auda. And when we say, when do we want it? You will say now. Okay? Do we have it?
Woo! Yes!
What do we want?
Auda!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Auda!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Auda!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Can you guys come in closer? I need you all.
Palestine unites us all.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Palestine unites us all.
Palestine unites us all.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a terrorist state.
From Lebanon to Palestine.
From Lebanon to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a
From
crime.
Lebanon to
From
Palestine.
Lebanon to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From the belly of the beast.
From the belly of the beast.
Hands off the Middle East.
Hands off the Middle East.
From the belly of the beast.
From the belly of the beast.
Hands off the Middle East.
Hands off the Middle East.
Son,
من الميال فلسطين عربية. من الميال فلسطين عربية. علي علي علي
علم ثورة علي.
علي علي الثورة علي. علي علم الثورة علي.
Something's coming.
Something's coming.
What is coming?
What is coming?
Revolution.
Revolution.
Who is the revolution? We are the revolution. Who is the revolution?
We are the revolution.
Revolution.
Revolution. Revolution.
We are the revolution.
We are the revolution.
Something's coming.
Something's coming.
What is coming?
What is coming?
Intifada.
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 Who is the Intifada?
We are the Intifada.
Who is the Intifada?
We are the Intifada.
Intifada. Intifada.
Intifada. Intifada.
We are the Intifada.
We are the Intifada.
Intifada. Intifada.
Intifada. Intifada.
Long live the Intifada.
Long live the Intifada.
War on Lebanon, shut it down.
War on Lebanon, shut it down.
The occupation, shut it down.
The occupation, shut it down.
The siege on Gaza, shut it down.
The siege on Gaza, shut it down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
من المية للمية.
من الميال للميال.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
ومن المية للمية.
من الميال للميال.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
من الميال للميال.
من الميال للميال.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
من الميال للميال.
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
علي 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 علي.
علي 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 علي.
علي علم الثورة علي.
علي علم الثورة علي.
علي 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 علي.
علي 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 علي.
علي علم الثورة 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 علي.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
And end the occupation.
And end the occupation.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
And the occupation.
And the occupation. crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From San Diego to Palestine.
From San Diego to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From San Diego to Palestine.
From San Diego to Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And the occupation.
And the occupation.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine.
And the occupation!
And the occupation.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
And the occupation!
And the occupation.
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Smash the settlers out of state!
Smash the settlers on the state.
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Smash the settlers on the state!
Smash the settlers on the state.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And the occupation.
And the occupation.
Hey, ho, ho, the occupation has got to go.
Hey, ho, ho. The occupation has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zionism has got to go.
Hey, ho, ho. Zionism has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zionism has got to go.
Hey, ho, ho. Zionism has got to go.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Louder, louder, say it more.
Not a conflict, not a war.
Not a conflict, not a war.
People face genocide, resistance is justified.
When people face genocide, resistance is justified.
When people face genocide, resistance is justified.
When people face genocide, resistance is justified.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Liberation is near.
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 من المية للمية
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية.
ومن المية للمية
من المية للمية.
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية.
ثورة ثورة على المحتل
ثورة ثورة على المحتل.
غير الثورة ما في حل
غير الثورة ما في حل.
ثورة ثورة على المحتل
ثورة ثورة على المحتل.
غير الثورة ما في حل
غير الثورة ما في حل.
Free, free Palestine
Free, free Palestine.
and the occupation.
And the occupation.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how.
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now.
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
Justice is our demand!
Justice is our demand.
No peace on stolen land!
No peace on stolen land.
Justice is our demand! peace on stolen land.
No peace on stolen land.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
End the occupation.
End the occupation.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Folks, thank you so much for gathering. I want to ask you to please step forward a little bit. Please step forward and fill in the gaps over here. I know the sun's in the way. We're going to get the program started shortly. So folks in the back, please come up forward. Your colleagues and comrades and friends here are making space for you. Please come around over here. We want to see your faces and we want to hear your voices. So raise your voice for Palestine today. Make some noise for Palestine today. As we gather here today, let us recognize and respect the land that we are on, the traditional territory of the Kumeyaay, who have lived in this area for 10,000 years. We honor their past, present, and future connection to this land and its inherent connection to their identity. We acknowledge our occupation of unceded Kumeyaay land and the violent systemic injustices this has perpetuated for Native peoples in this region. We pay our respects and honor their continuing presence in their homeland and their spiritual beliefs that land does not belong to the people. People belong to land. This weekend marks 1 year since the US-funded Israeli genocide in Gaza began. A year of unimaginable loss with over 186,000 Palestinians killed, most of them women and children. And the destruction of over 66% of Gaza's homes and buildings. Now, like myself, I'm sure you're here today in grief and outrage, in sadness and disgust, in shock and maybe of too little words to say anymore. And that's okay. But what's not okay is to have to live in fear and misery, to live in silence and creating a world where all of this is just okay. Because none of this is really just okay. It's not okay what they did to Hind and Reem. It is not okay what they did to Muhammad and Ibrahim. We're here today to commemorate Gaza and Palestine, but not to remember Gaza as something lost or somewhere buried in past recollection, but to solidify our people power as a force that will leave Gaza forever unforgettable. For too long, the Palestinian narrative has been overshadowed by a biased media coverage and political silence. Well, today, this community is bringing the truth directly to the streets of San Diego. Our voices together cannot and will not be silenced. We refuse to be complicit. We refuse to accept that any of this is okay. So my ask of you all today is to remember that person in Gaza who you think about every day, whether it be a martyr amongst our many heroes or someone who escaped the death penalty by Zionist monsters. We all have that one person who shattered your heart, that one person who shifted your mind. Is it Wa'il al-Dahdouh and his determined microphone? Is it Mu'taz and his camera? Is it Mido and his new plants every day? Is it Bassem alive, still alive after 363 days? Is it Hind? Is it Reem? Is it Aisha Noor? Or is it Tala with her pink roller skates? And I want you to represent that person today. With your fist held up high, and with your voices raising up in the sky. On the streets as we march, and in every space that you enter and exit. Never make it okay for them. Never forget them, and never stop talking about Palestine.
My name is Farida from the Palestinian Youth Movement, and today we are proud to be standing right here with hundreds of our community members before us. Because we know that our people have not let go of this struggle. We know that our people have not stopped fighting. And so despite how much they want us to live in fear, we will continue to resist. This week marks what some are calling 1 year of mourning. But let me tell you something. Our people have been mourning since 1948. We're calling it 1 year of genocide because the attacks and violence and massacre on Gaza took an unprecedented form since last October. And we have witnessed the total annihilation without discrimination against our people. We have watched them bleed. We have watched them scream. Shame! 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 And we carry that with us every day. And these past 2 weeks, the Zionist entity called Israel has extended that massacre against Lebanon. And we see the continued annihilation of our people and the sinister mission of Israel to take over and destroy all of our people. But we are also calling this 1 year of resistance because we know that our people are still here. We know that with over 50,000 massacred in Gaza, Gaza has only become even more of a stronghold for the resistance. We know that in Lebanon, despite thousands being murdered in the past 2 weeks, our people's heads continue to be held high. And so we know that despite our heavy hearts, it's not on us to lead the call. It's on us to follow the resilience and the strength of our people who are paving the path towards liberation. And we do have a role to play. And I invite you all, as our next speakers join us, to take in their words and think about what each of us can do, step by step, word by word, day by day, to shut it down. So without further ado, I would like to invite Nadine from the Palestinian Youth Movement. Everybody give it up for Nadine.
Good afternoon. My name is Nadine from the Palestinian Youth Movement. The Palestinian Youth Movement is a transnational, independent, grassroots organization of young Arabs and exiles seeking the liberation of our homeland from Zionist imperialist occupation. We are here today marking 1 year since the people of Gaza faced unimaginable atrocities under siege, a siege that turned Gaza into the world's largest open-air prison. Over the past year, we've witnessed destruction, displacement, and despair as Israel's relentless assault bombarded schools, hospitals, homes, and places of worship, attempting to erase the very existence of our people. But despite the bombing, starvation, and the cutting of the power, Gaza refused to be silenced. The Palestinian people refused to be broken. Over this past year, we have seen a global uprising for Palestine as millions took to the streets to demand justice. From New York all the way to London, the calls for a free Palestine have only grown louder, carried forward by a youth-led revolution. We cannot forget these tragic moments that have defined this past year. Multiple hospitals have been bombed and destroyed, and tens of thousands of innocent children have been killed. These are futures that have been stolen. Shame, yes. These are futures that have been stolen, whose laughters and dreams have been silenced, and the atrocities only got worse throughout the year. These are not just numbers, they are lives, families, stories that we must never forget. The world has watched these crimes in real time, and yet the killing continues. Fueled by political, military, and financial support Israel receives from Western governments. It is this very support that has allowed Israel to bomb Gaza with impunity, day after day, month after month. And today we watch as they are copying and pasting the same violent acts against the people of Lebanon. But just as their crimes continued, so too did our resistance. Across the world, we shut down weapons factories, bridges, and even entire cities. We saw students lead a new wave of protests from sit-ins at universities to shutting down campuses. We will prevail. We have also intervened directly in the machinery of war itself. One of the most powerful campaigns to emerge this year is our fight against Maersk. A global logistics giant that supplies weapons to Israel. By disrupting their operations, we are choking the supply chain of violence and showing that we too can wield power, even from the diaspora. This campaign is more than symbolic. It is a real effort to halt the machinery that fuels the genocide in Gaza. And we must continue the fight, whether it's through boycotts, protests, or direct action. Every effort counts. And by supporting our people's steadfastness back home, this is why the Palestinian Youth Movement has launched a fundraising campaign that aims to raise $1 million to support the rebuilding of Gaza's infrastructure. Join our campaigns, organize, resist, and even especially in the diaspora. We must be relentless in our call for an end to the genocide, an arms embargo on Israel, and the release of all Palestinian political prisoners. The blood of our martyrs, over 200,000 innocent Palestinians, calls upon us to act. Their sacrifice demands that we never forget and that we never allow ourselves to grow desensitized to this genocide. As we stand here today, we must recognize that peace cannot be achieved without justice, and justice cannot exist without our right to self-determination as Palestinian people. We stand united, undeterred by the forces of oppression. We are here to demand an end to the genocide, the release of all Palestinian prisoners, and an immediate arms embargo, and a free Palestine. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for the Palestinian youth movement! We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
I now would like to welcome our next speaker, speaking on behalf of Healthcare Worker for Palestine. Everybody give it up for Coder.
Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Imagine standing in a place where every breath is heavy with fear, where the sound of airstrikes drowns out the heartbeat of life. In this place, healthcare workers are not just healers, they are the last line of defense. But in Gaza's siege, they are also trapped, without supplies, without safety, without hope. We have witnessed the exhaustion on their faces, the hands trembling as they try to stitch wounds without proper equipment, the mothers crying as they carry children bleeding with missing limbs. The siege in Gaza didn't just destroy buildings, it teared apart the fabric of humanity. It targeted those who give life, and it threatened those who have dedicated their lives to service. And yet, the devastation is complete, that there's no longer any soil to bury the dead. The land itself refuses to be a graveyard for this tragedy. By ending the siege and terrorism, we are not just liberating a land, we are restoring the pulse of hope. We are saying that the world believes in humanity. We owe it to them, to every healthcare worker under siege, to demand an end. Let us be their voice, because without them there's no future to heal in both Lebanon and Palestine and the world. In the last 24 hours, Israel has dropped white phosphorus bombs on a medical center in the heart of Beirut. In the last 2 weeks, Israel has killed more than 100 healthcare workers and targeted over 120 ambulances across all Lebanon. The scenario is repeating itself, just like Gaza. My friends, I have something very important to tell you, and I hope you tell your co-workers, your friends, and your families what I'll be saying. Israel is funding a hideous propaganda now, which claims Lebanon as a land colonized by Arabs, where Israel wants to claim Lebanon theirs. Before they get into your heads, just like they brainwash you about Palestine and Palestinians for years, I would like to remind you that Lebanon is a country where Christians, Muslims, Druze, Jews, atheists, and every sect live in peace next to each other. It is where Christians break their fast with Muslims during Ramadan, and the Muslims open Christmas gifts with Christians next to the Christmas tree. Last thing I would like to say, Israel is rationalizing bombing Lebanon now and claiming civilians store rockets in their apartments, which is absurd. Always remember, because history is happening right now. Lebanon, Yemen, Iran, Iraq were the only 4 countries that stood up for Palestine. Lebanon is making history that we will teach to our kids and mark more words. Thank you so much.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? And if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Everybody, give it up again for healthcare workers. I now want to invite our next speaker, Jazz, speaking on behalf of BDS San Diego, boycott, divest, sanctions.
Hi everyone, I'm Jazz. We are just 2 days shy of the genocide in Gaza. Just 2 days shy of 1 year of the genocide in Gaza. 1 year of unbelievable violence in Gaza on top of 76 years of occupation. And we're still here today. I am coming to you today to ask that you change what you are doing, what we are doing. We need to change tactics because what we are doing isn't working. We need to reclaim the word ceasefire from the hollow promise that it's been co-opted into. We've been waiting for 364 days for our elected officials to be our voice, to listen to us as we scream for a ceasefire. Even those who have co-opted our demands have still not followed through with any actions. For 364 days, we have been placated into silence. I'm tired. Our comrades across the world are tired of screaming at the tops of our lungs, of camping on university lawns, blocking roads, blocking bridges, occupying buildings, occupying ships. Still, that exhaustion we are all feeling is a drop in the bucket compared to what our family in Palestine is feeling. I have immense gratitude for how far we've come and the wins that we've been able to achieve. But it's essential to reckon how far we really are from true Palestinian liberation. After a year of fighting, we require rejecting the hollow promise of a ceasefire. As it stands, the word ceasefire evokes the assumption of equal powers. But this equivalence is false. How are you supposed to extend an olive branch to the person who is colonizing you? What we're seeing is not a war. What we are seeing is the systematic genocide of the Palestinian people at the hands of the Zionist entity and the US government. What we are seeing is an oppressed people resisting their extermination. If Palestinians stopped resisting, we would cease to exist. So what do? San Diego is a unique place with unique challenges. We're surrounded by military facilities, weapons manufacturers, the illegal border, and heavy surveillance by the state. We live in the belly of the beast. The imperial core is here. Familiarize yourself with this landscape. We need to hit them where it hurts. Yeah. The East Coast port strike had the potential of enacting worker power and leverage against the US government. However, as we've been following, the shameful war exception meant that weapons were still being shipped out. That's not true solidarity that we know the people of Palestine deserve. The strike was far from perfect in its demands, but it did expose just how fragile these systems are and how reliant the empire is on us. So we, the people, need to leverage that power and withhold our dollars, withhold our labor, and direct our energy towards taking down the monsters who are profiting from this genocide. Put them in their wallets. Take part in the boycott, divest, and sanctions movement. Remember, you are part and parcel to this collective liberation. You are needed in this fight now more than ever. Not another nickel, not another dime, no more money for Israel's crimes. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for BDS! All right, everybody. I'm now going to welcome our next speaker. Speaking on behalf of the National Lawyers Guild, please give it up for Marjorie Cohn.
As part of its genocide, Israel is using starvation as a weapon of war. It's a war crime. In Gaza, over 1 million people did not receive food rations in August. In September, it climbed to more than 1.4 million. An average of 52 humanitarian trucks per day entered Gaza, down from the pre-October 7th daily average of 500. Over 100,000 metric tons of food supplies are stranded outside Gaza. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, or UNRWA, is the only organization charged with providing humanitarian aid to the Palestinians. UNRWA was founded in 1949 to care for the more than 700,000 Palestinian refugees who fled or were forced to flee their homes during the Nakba. General Assembly Resolution 194 mandates the right of these refugees to return to their land. It infuriates Israel that UNRWA allows Palestinians to pass their refugee status to each new generation. Indeed, on January 31st, Netanyahu said that UNRWA is self-perpetuating in its desire to keep alive the Palestinian refugee issue. Only 8 of UNRWA's 27 healthcare centers are operational. Since October 7th, at least 563 Palestinian people sheltering in UNRWA premises have been killed and 1,790 have been injured. At least 225 UNRWA staff members have been killed and 190 of its installations have been damaged. On January 26th, the same day the World Court ruled that Israel was conducting a plausible genocide and must allow humanitarian assistance into Gaza, Israel charged with no evidence that 12 staff members of UNRWA were involved in the October 7th attacks. The U.S. and several of its allies, which provide more than $430 million, or 60% of UNRWA's funding, immediately suspended funds to the 13,000-employee agency. All donor countries except the U.S., the U.K., and New Zealand have resumed funding UNRWA. In March, the U.S. Congress blocked all aid to UNRWA for the rest of the year. The Fourth Geneva Convention says that countries must allow humanitarian aid to pass freely, including medical supplies, food, and clothing. Humanitarian aid personnel and objects must be respected and protected. The International Criminal Court defines as a crime against humanity the intentional infliction of conditions of life, the deprivation of access to food and medicine, calculated to bring about the destruction of part of a population when knowingly committed as part of a widespread or systematic attack directed against a civilian population. Israeli officials should be charged with crimes against humanity, war crimes, and genocide. And U.S. leaders should be charged with aiding and abetting. The international community must demand an arms embargo, an end to the genocide, an end to Israel's illegal occupation, and the release of all Palestinian prisoners. We must pressure Congress to resume UNRWA's funding. There can be no peace without justice.
Everybody give it up for NLG! Louder, louder, say it more!
Louder, louder, say it more!
Not a conflict, not a war!
Not a conflict, not a war!
Louder, louder, say it more!
Louder, louder, say it more!
Not a conflict, not a war!
Not a conflict, not a war!
Number one terrorist!
Number one terrorist!
U.S. imperialist!
U.S. imperialist!
Number one terrorist!
Number one terrorist!
U.S. imperialist!
U.S. imperialist!
I now want to welcome our next speaker, Giovanna Adelson, speaking on behalf of Jewish Voices for Peace.
Hello everyone, my name is Giovanna and I'm here speaking to you today on behalf of Jewish Voice for Peace, the largest anti-Zionist organization in the United States. As we approach October 7th, Israel's apologists will undoubtedly try to make the world believe that the unrelenting murderous violence that the Zionist entity has inflicted on Palestinians in Gaza for the last 12 months would not be occurring had the resistance not risen up on October 7th, 2023, as is their right to do under international law. But we know better. The illegal occupation and genocide against Palestinians and now the Lebanese population has been ongoing for 76 years. The reality is that Israel, far from being a safe haven for Jews, is a racist, bloodthirsty settler colonial project that has managed to deceive far too many people into believing that it represents all Jews the world over, even as it commits some of the worst atrocities this century. And what could be more anti-Semitic and dangerous to Jews than that? Yep. Let us be clear. Zionism, a relatively recent political ideology founded on white supremacy, is not Judaism.
That's right!
Judaism is a religion that has been practiced for thousands of years by diverse groups of people from varied cultural backgrounds. As anti-Zionist Jews, we categorically reject the disingenuous attempts by Zionists and their allies to equate the righteous anger of Israel's critics and its policies with anti-Semitism. We also denounce in the strongest terms possible the complicity of the United States government who, in the name of all of its citizens, aids and abets the Zionist entity of Israel in committing the crime of all crimes, genocide. For 76 years, Israel has appropriated Jewish identity and the suffering and trauma European Jews endured at the hands of other Europeans, which culminated in the Holocaust, to shield itself from rightful criticism of its barbarity, even as it has wiped 902 Gazan families off the face of the earth in less than 12 months. But now the mask is off and the world can see the Zionist entity for what it really is and always has been. A murderous apartheid state that will stop at nothing to ethnically cleanse and dispossess anyone that stands in the way of its greed, expansion, and expansionist aspirations. It is therefore the obligation of every person of conscience to stand with Palestinians, Lebanese, and other people of the Levant as they continue to resist this genocide. Even in these dark times, times, those of us who oppose the violence and occupation the Zionist state has been committing nonstop since its beginning should take heart from the words of the late great Palestinian journalist Bassem Youssef. Bodies fall, not ideas. We are in the beginning stages of the biggest collective awakening in the history of mankind. Just as Algeria, Vietnam, and South Africa freed themselves from their colonial oppressors, so too shall the people of the Levant shake off theirs. As anti-Zionist Jews, we embrace the true Jewish concept of tikkun olam, to repair the world by standing on the side of justice. That's right! We reaffirm our commitment to our Palestinian and Lebanese brothers and sisters, and as the theme of Jewish Voice for Peace is Rosh Hashanah Tashlich ceremony being held tomorrow states, we mourn the dead and we fight for the living. And finally, may we see the abolition of Zionism and a free Palestine in our lifetime. Palestine Hurrah!
Speaking on behalf of KARAMA.
If you actually believed what you see in the news every day, you would believe that Gaza is separate from Palestine, Hamas is separate from Gaza, occupation isn't really a thing, Arabs don't have agency, they're just proxies of Iran. And anything anyone does to support Palestine threatens a regional war. I want to unpack these fictions by looking at the history of the occupation of Palestine in 2 minutes. It's common to mark the occupation as beginning with Israel's capture of Gaza, Jerusalem, and the West Bank in 1967, or taking a longer view, with the expulsion of Palestinians and the theft of their lands in 1948. But actually, the modern occupation of Palestine began with the creation of the Mandate of Palestine after World War I. European powers believed that Arabs needed to be schooled in the niceties of democracy. So Great Britain was granted a mandate to administer Palestine. Thus, the occupation of Palestine was racist and colonial from the beginning. Administering the mandate became increasingly burdensome for Britain. In 1948, it pulled out, allowing Zionist militias to expel Palestinians from their homes and to seize 77% of their territory. This loss of historic Palestine is burned into the memory and identity, not just of Palestinians, but of Arabs and Muslims internationally. So when the Arab and Islamic world sees the genocide in Gaza and now in Lebanon, and hears Israelis say they intend to take the remaining 23%, to eliminate all opposition, and to erase the very idea of self-determination for Palestinians, they take it personally. So to those who have been lost in the lies, I say this: Israel does not have a right to occupy Palestine. Palestinians do have a right to resist occupation. Palestinians have a right to seek assistance from allies. When their allies support them, they are not threatening a regional war. They are responding to a bad actor that, besides occupying Palestine, has a history of attacking Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Iran, and Yemen. And Arabs do have agency. They can and do act to achieve their own goals. And a free Palestine is high up on the list. That's my 2 minutes. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for KARAMA! When people are occupied! When people are occupied! Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
When people are occupied! Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
I now want to welcome our last speaker, Imam Taha, speaking on behalf of Islamic Center of San Diego and Faith Leaders for Palestine.
Assalamu alaikum and peace be with you all. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the San Diego Coalition for Palestine to bringing us together at this moment to witness what is happening, what has been happening. And I have with me on the stage a group from our faith leaders, San Diego Faith Leaders for Palestine. We are a group of over 40 clergy and faith leaders from all faith traditions right here in San Diego County. Since the beginning of the brutal genocide in Gaza and Palestine last year and now in Lebanon, without forgetting the people of Yemen, since last year we have seen how our politicians and lawmakers reacted. We have seen how the vast majority of them completely ignored our movement as if we don't exist. We have seen how biased they are by siding with the criminals against the victims. By being complicit in the crimes committed against our Palestinian brothers and sisters. Since last year, as a movement, we have joined hands with the free people of the world. We have protested, we have rallied, marched, knocked on the doors of our political representatives. We have signed petitions, written letters, and published articles. We were successful in mobilizing the masses to hit the streets and public places. We were loud and clear in our demands. We were loud and clear in our demands to stop the crimes committed against the innocent people in Gaza and Palestine. 1 year passed since the brutal genocide started in Gaza. We still watch the crimes committed every single day. And now against our brothers and sisters in Lebanon, we still see how our hard-earned tax dollars funding this genocide. We still see how our shameless administration and Congress selling their minds to the criminals. And we see our local elected officials right here in San Diego completely silent about the disastrous impact of Islamophobia. About the disastrous impact of Islamophobia on our kids at school and college campuses. It is not the time to keep complaining, it's the time to organize and take political action. We have the means, we have the people, we have the funds, and we need the commitment now. And now, a word from the San Diego Faith Leaders for Palestine. We are standing together in solidarity with our Palestinian brothers and sisters against the genocide they have been subjected to since October 2023. We demand an immediate ceasefire and an end to the brutal aggression against the innocent people in Palestine and Lebanon. We demand an immediate arms embargo and the end of funding the genocide. And we call upon our faith leaders and clergy here in San Diego. And if any one of you attends any religious congregation, please convey these words to your pastors, to your imams, to your rabbis, to whoever is leading your congregation. Please convey this message to them. So we call upon our faith leaders and clergy here in San Diego not only to preach justice, but do justice. That's right. Honor your commitment to justice and show us how to embody the principles of love and caring for your fellow humans. Show us how to make peace and do justice, because silence in such time is a sign of complicity in the crime. So let us honor our values and principles of love, peace, and justice. Let us stand together on the side of the oppressed, and blessed are those who work for justice. Blessed are those who stand for justice, and blessed to those who honor their commitment to justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you again to faith leaders for Palestine. We have now heard from a variety of organizations and individuals standing in solidarity with our people in Gaza, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Yemen. And we know that this is not the first time we have heard these words, but we will continue to repeat them until they land, until they register, and until we are able to make real change for our people. So I thank you all for your patience. I thank you all for your energy. And I now invite you all to hold your flags high. Raise your heads. Get your fists ready, because we're about to march. Please follow the lead of the banners and of the truck over there with the Palestine flags. So everybody, we're going to form a procession with the banners in the lead. Because our goal is that we want every single person, business, politician in San Diego to know that there is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
occupation has got to go! Where are the drummers at? Where are the drummers at? I want the drummers to the front! Woo! I want the drummers to the front! Yeah! Yellow with me! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And anti-occupation! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And anti-occupation! And anti-occupation! Say it loud, say it clear! Say it loud, say it clear! Liberation is near! Say it loud, say it clear! Liberation is near! 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 Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And anti-occupation! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And anti-occupation! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Smash the settler dynasty! Smash the settler dynasty! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! When people are occupied, resistance is justified! When people are occupied, resistance is justified! Palestine is our demand! No peace on stolen land! Palestine is our demand! No peace on stolen land! No peace on stolen land! We will honor our orders! All the children, sons and daughters! We will honor our orders! All the children, sons and daughters!
Everybody! If you're not holding a flag, a poster, or something in your hands, we're gonna try something. We're gonna let our drummers lead, and we're gonna clap our hands to the same rhythm. Because I know that there are numbers here today, and we want all of San Diego to know that. So let's follow the beat of our drummers. And if you don't have anything in your hand, let's clap. Give it up to the drummers. Let's go. Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
The occupation!
And anti-occupation! Free Palestine!
And the occupation!
And anti-occupation!
To the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
The sea! River!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Palestine will live forever!
Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! We the people
occupation.
The people united will never be defeated.
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 From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! 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 If we don't get it! If we don't get it! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Palestine will be free!
In this lifetime you will see!
In this lifetime you will see!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
We are here to mobilize!
We are here to mobilize!
We don't die Israeli lives!
Midway Museum, which is a symbol of U.S. imperialism and U.S. terrorism. Everybody please make your way to the grass.
Occupation! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! Free Palestine! 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 We want everybody to come forward a little bit. Everyone in the back, come forward. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! We don't get it! If we don't get it! If we don't get it! Shut it down! 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 All right, everybody. I want all the banners in the back to come forward. All the banners in the back, come to the front. Come to the front, okay? Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation!
What do we want? When do we want
people. You simply cannot bomb our dignity away. Earlier, you heard of the crippling effects that the Israeli occupation, siege, blockade, and apartheid has had on Palestinians whose seemingly only crime it was existing. But the Israeli government does not do this alone. It uses its allowance and weapons from the White House to commit its crimes. While our government can use our money to bring relief to Hurricane Helene, victims of the South, the second deadliest natural disaster of our modern history, it has rather decided to further fund a man-made disaster. A man-made genocide, a man-made famine, a man-made catastrophe orchestrated by the Israeli occupation. Hurricane Helene has tragically taken the lives of over 200 Americans. There is a dark and stark contrast between responding to a natural disaster and enabling a preventable, man-made one. Doesn't that boggle your mind? Doesn't that hypocrisy boggle your mind? Now you'll hear from a few of our community members on the importance on ending U.S. funding to the Israeli regime, imposing an arms embargo, and stressing a hard no on U.S. deployments to our region. But first, please welcome the fearless man who's been leaving interviewers speechless and audiences enlightened. Bassem Youssef. Brings his unique wit, blend of satire, and unapologetic truth-telling to the stage. His interviews are a testament to the power of informed commentary, leaving even the most seasoned journalists speechless. Leaving the likes of Piers Morgan scrambling for words. Now I know I'm going to see a lot of you at a 7 p.m. show. But I'm going to stick around for his second 9:45 p.m. show, and I'm going to see a lot of you there. We're going to bring this energy to Balboa Theater tonight at 9:45 p.m. Get ready for a dose of reality. Bassem Youssef!
Terrorists, anti-Semites, and Hamas operatives. Lend me your ears. I'm just making it much easier for the American media to report about this day. Because I can already see the headlines. Iran-funded mass protests roaming the streets of the US, led by Hamas zombies, calling for global intifadas and waging jihad on Christmas. This is the American media in a nutshell. And the thing is, we come from the Middle East. We are used to the fact that our media are mouthpieces of the regime. It's what's expected of them. But here, you come to the land of the free, the home of the brave, and the free American press have degraded themselves to be mouthpieces of a foreign terror state that we fund with our tax money. I like when you say shame. I feel like I'm just scene in Game of Thrones. It's very nice. Shame. I'm not gonna show you my tits. Okay, sorry. So here's the thing, what makes it worse is they take this money, they take our weapons, and they use it to kill our people. And then they use more of that money to buy more corrupt politicians, to get more weapons and more money to kill more of our people. If this wasn't a scam, I don't know what the fuck is this, right? Because it's like it's a scam. I mean, even the corruption in our Middle East countries are not that bad, right? And the thing is, we can talk day and night about what Israel does, the atrocities that they commit, but we cannot talk about it without discussing the core issue, which is the corrupt politicians and the presidential candidates who fight tooth and nail about every single issue: healthcare, abortion, gun control, education, climate change. They would fight about, and they will never agree about anything, but only when it comes to Israel, everybody is competing to be Israel's favorite bitch. And they are allowed to do that because they have the media covering up for them. The assholes in CNN, the assholes like Jake Tapper or Dana Bush, the assholes in the New York Times. And I call the people in the New York Times assholes, not just because that they are genocidal propaganda mouthpieces to Israel, is the fact that I cannot cancel my subscription at the New York Times. It is very fucking difficult. I tried so many times. They make it impossible. And one thing that I hate is that my money to be used for something that I do not approve, like the subscription of the New York Times or sending weapons to fucking Israel. What? Don't use the F. I'm so okay. Yeah. I can also, so there's like little kids. I didn't understand. This is the reality of the world. I apologize for offending anybody, but maybe this is the world that we're living in. Anyways. Anyways, I'm gonna say one more F word at the end, but I'll save it. I'll save it to the end. But like the thing is, the American dream has turned into the Israeli dream. And that dream for the rest of the world is a living nightmare. And this has to stop. And Israel always say, we need to defend ourselves. We need to defend ourselves. Well, go defend yourself, but not with our money, not with our taxes. So the next time Israel tells you, oh, we need to defend ourselves, well, we can say Israel can go F itself. Is that right? And I found it very ironic that we stand here under the shadows of one of their aircraft carriers. It's kind of like they made war into an amusement park, and we made us faceless victims that I go and they kill every time. And I want to say one more thing, is that when we came from the Middle East, they always made fun of us coming from the Middle East. So like, oh, we have all of these red lines. We cannot cross all of these red lines. Look at us, we can talk about the president, we talk about God, we can talk about the church, we can talk about everything. Unlike you, undemocratic third world countries. But when we come here, we discover that they have only one red line, and they cannot cross it. And when you pretend that you are the leader of the free world, and you have this one issue you cannot talk about, it's not a red line, it's humiliation. It's a hostage situation. Israel is a parasitic state that has been sucking the resources and the money of our nation to advance their own activities. And when you have representatives tweet day and night about how they stand with Israel, but they tweet nothing about the victims of the deadliest hurricane in American history, you should question, where do their loyalty lie? But hey, if you say that, that is anti-Semitic, right? So guys, thank you very much. Keep the fight. I'm very proud to be part of this.
People
democracy in the Philippines and have stood side by side with the Palestinian youth in their fight for liberation. Please welcome our ally from Anakbayan San Diego.
Hello everyone. My name is Jackie and I'm a member of the overseas local chapter of Anakbayan. We are Anakbayan San Diego and we are fighting for national liberation and genuine democracy in the Philippines. We are a youth and student organization. We stand here today in solidarity with the people of Palestine and all over the world. We are calling for the end of U.S. support to Israel. For the end of U.S. military aid to Israel. The U.S. with its interests sends billions and billions of dollars to fascist countries like Israel and like the Philippine government. But we know that it does this for its own economic interests in the Middle East and in the Asia Pacific. And through this support, the U.S. continues to sustain its grip throughout the world, making billions for its corporations here that produce and sell weapons of mass destruction abroad to countries such as Israel. Shame! What kind of country prioritizes profit over its own people? And Israel, it does not only use these weapons to cause human rights violations in Palestine, but it sells them abroad to other fascist countries like the Philippines for them to commit human rights violations against their own people. The Philippines is the third largest buyer of Israeli weapons in the world. Shame! And it is using that to do the same thing to kill its own people, to bomb its own people in the countryside, because its people are demanding for livelihood. And what does it do? It bombs them, it kills them, it disappears them. And both of these governments are supported by the U.S. for its own interests. And we know that at the end of the day, it's for the U.S. to serve its own pockets. It's for imperialism. That's right. And it is due to this imperialist economy in the Philippines that Filipinos cannot even stay in their own country. They cannot even find livelihood in their own country. And they have to leave. They have to leave their families, their children, to sell their labor abroad. Shame! A government that cannot serve its own people but still bombs them. People have to go abroad and sell their labor. And they go to countries such as Israel, where they face extreme exploitation and awful working conditions as migrants. So we must see that this is linked between Palestine and the Philippines and all oppressed people all over the world. We affirm that the struggle for liberation in Palestine is inextricably linked to the struggles of working class and exploited people all over the world fighting in their homelands against imperialism. The imperialists have only further exposed themselves to all of us. They are no longer able to hide behind their fake stories. That's right. We call for an end of U.S. imperialism in Israel and in Palestine and in the Philippines. From Palestine to the Philippines, stop the U.S. war machine. Thank you.
No more money for Israel's crime. No more money for Israel's crime. Not another nickel, not another dime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. No more money for Israel's crime.
Folks, everyone, I want to remind you that we will be marching back to the fountain, so stick around. This is not the end. We have more speakers here, and we have closing remarks and demands back at the fountains where we first met. So keep the energy high. I know it's a little cooler now, so it's a little better. Keep the energy high and drink water. The Council on American-Islamic Relations you. Thank you. The Council on American-Islamic Relations, known as CAIR, is a pillar of the San Diego community challenging Islamophobia, anti-Arab hate, and anti-Palestinian rhetoric. Please welcome our representative from CAIR.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace be upon you. I refuse to stand here and insult your intelligence by stating the obvious. But anyone with a shred of a conscience, a moral beat, a pulse, knows that the genocide in Palestine is being aided and funded by the United States. The U.S. is complicit, in fact, an aider and an abettor in the murder of 50,000 plus Palestinian, thousands of Lebanese, Syrians, and people across the world. For decades, the United States has funneled billions of dollars into Israel's war machine, fueling the systemic destruction of Palestinian lives, homes, and dreams. This is not just in the last year, it is a decades-long atrocity. And yet our Congress has stood by idly with hands stoked in blood as Israel's apartheid regime continues war crimes in plain sight. Make no mistake, Israel, with America's backing, which is a violation of human law, has violated every international, humanitarian, and UN law. The bombardment of its people, the attacks on its civilians, the starvation of the Palestinian people, these are not acts of defense. These are acts of ethnic cleansing, aimed at wiping out Palestinians off the map, as if their lives don't matter. And it's not just Gaza. Israel's illegal invasion of Lebanon and Syria and Yemen, its bombings, its expansions, these actions tear through the heart of the region, leaving nothing but devastation in its wake. Where is America and the leader of the free world, as it's called? Supporting it all, funding it all, and how can we claim to be stand up for humanitarian rights across the world when we are aiming a regime to wipe off the Palestinian people? Where is the moral conscience of the American people? Sleeping again. We demand that the U.S. immediately halt all military aid to Israel. We demand that Congress finally wake up and impose a weapons embargo on a regime that has shown zero regard for human life and basic international norms. The billions spent on Israel bombs should be redirected to rebuilding the very homes and hospitals and schools Israel has reduced to dust. We cannot let the U.S. continue violating international law with impunity. The Biden administration and Congress must end this unconditional support of Israeli genocide. They must act immediately, and it is upon us, each one of us, to make sure that they act. 500,000 people are homeless every day in the United States. 7 million people face food insecurity. We choose to send weapons to Israel. No more weapons embargo to Israel. No more weapons
Peace takes a clear stance to abolish war as an instrument of national policy. Please welcome our friend from Veterans for Peace.
War is a racket, and the commodity that this government trades in is human bodies. I represent San Diego Veterans for Peace. At some point in our lives, each of our former service members traded their body, a risk to their life, to the government, making a deal with the devil, if you will. Some of our members entered the service for job security and housing, but those are economic problems being solved with whole bodies and lives in trade. Some joined to do their patriotic duty, but that's a response to indoctrination. It's a glamorization problem. It's hyper-nationalism, and it's persuasive because seeds are planted in grade school, and that rich soil is tilled at air shows and weapons demonstrations across the country our whole lives. That builds pride, and pride costs people. I joined to pay for college. That's an access to higher education problem that should be solved without a single life traded or lost. Some of our members were drafted even as conscientious objectors. That's a power and colonialism and aggression problem. And that beast is fed with cannon fodder in the form of humans, and we say no more. Circumstances, but our common bond now is this. We reject war. We reclaimed our lives and laid our weapons down. Together we decry the military-industrial complex. We denounce colonial occupation and militarization. We support the right to self-determination among indigenous and oppressed people everywhere. A year, but that is not enough. We want justice and lasting peace that begins with an immediate and permanent ceasefire everywhere. And to achieve that, we want an arms embargo now. And with that, we want a body embargo now. The Pentagon has published the deployments of at least 40,000 troops in the Middle East. The Pentagon calls all their battle groups assets, but those assets are correlated with humans. Assets are sons and daughters who are at risk of being spent, being wasted, with bipartisan approval on war. And we want it all to end. End the shipment of arms, end the shipment of humans, end the ongoing expenditure of bodies in foreign wars. War is a racket, and we say no more!
علي علم الثورة علي علي علم الثورة علي 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 علم الثورة علي علي علم الثورة علي 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 علم الثورة علي San Diego, are you listening? Everything that we are able to do is because it's a cross-generational movement. Whether we are connected to right here, the seeds and the future of Palestine, or whether it be uniting across generations of different social movements. They have created the change. We can create the change. Free Palestine is no different than free apartheid South Africa. And may I remind you, like 1982, the Lebanese were able to claim freedom in southern Lebanon, and we will do the same again in 2024. It takes all of us to learn how we are all connected, because my freedom equals your freedom. The freedom of the Palestinian comes with the freedom of the Americans. Be free from the imperialistic shackles relationships with. You become civically engaged, you make the most with the cards that you are dealt with. We want a revolution, we bring it on. Remember that your politics here influence politics all over the world. Every single one of you has a responsibility. Fulfill it. It is more than just protesting. I hope to see you at educational actions and at more protests and at more things involving your city, because you think locally and you act globally. Thank you.
So we're going to be making our way back towards the sidewalk or towards the street, and we're going to continue our chant. We're going to have some of our youth and or if any of our youth want to come forward and help us lead the chant, okay? Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Ali, 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 Ali! Ali, Ali, Dawla, Ali! Ali, 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 Ali! Ali, 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 Ali! Ali, Ali, Dawla, Ali! Ali, Ali, Dawla, Ali! Ali, 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 Ali! Ali, 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 Ali! Ali, Ali, Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Smack the settlers, Zionist state!
Banners to the front!
All banners to the front!
All banners to the front!
Free Palestine!
justice, you say how? Indecision, what's that all? We want justice, you say how? Indecision, what's that all? We want justice, you say how? Indecision, what's that all? Indecision, what's that all? Indecision, what's that all? Indecision, what's that all? Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! And end the occupation! Free Palestine! 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 The people united will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated! From the river to the sea, Palestine would be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine would live forever. From the river to the sea, Palestine would be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine would be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Louder, louder, say it more. Not a conflict, not a war. Not a conflict, not a war. Louder, louder, say it more. Not a conflict, not a war. Occupation is a crime. علي علي عندي علم الثورة علي في فلسطين في فلسطين في فلسطين في Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Has got to go! Hey, hey, oh, oh, generation will continue to keep our struggle alive until liberation. And so right now, I'm going to lead us in a chant. I'm going to say something, and you're going to say, Raja! And Raja means I will return, or I am returning. You got that? Everybody ready?
Yes!
Everybody ready?
Yes!
And Raja, Raja!
Raja!
على صفدو يافا! Raja! على غزة وحيفا! Raja! على الجالي! Raja! على الخلي! Raja! أنا راجع راجع! Raja! أنا راجع راجع! Raja! على أرض بلادي! Raja! على الخلي! Raja! على الجالي! Raja! أنا راجع راجع!
راجع!
والله أنا راجع!
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 And so we make a promise that we will return!
للشهداء من لبنان للشهداء وحدة الساحات من لبنان للشهداء وحدة الساحات من الشهداء لفلسطين شعب واحد ما بيلين شعب واحد ما بيلين شعب واحد ما بيلين من لبنان لفلسطين تسقط إسرائيل تسقط إسرائيل تسقط إسرائيل تسقط إسرائيل تسقط إسرائيل ويسقط معها كل عميل 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 From the river to the sea Palestine will be free From the river to the sea Palestine will be free to the sea Palestine will be free from the sea to the river Palestine will live forever Palestine will live forever Hey hey oh oh the occupation has got to go Hey hey oh oh the occupation has got to go is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From Lebanon to Palestine.
From Lebanon to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From the belly of the beast.
From the belly of the beast.
Hands off the Middle East.
Hands off the Middle East.
If everybody could please make their way back onto the sidewalk. Everybody please make your way to the fountain. Everybody please make your way to the fountain.
See, that's not
All right, everybody. We want to thank you all so much for coming out here today. Everybody give it up for yourselves. Those who are coming in now, please make your way back to the sidewalk as we close up. We want to thank you all for your energy, your dedication, your commitment. We are confident, and I am confident, that if we continue to show up with this strength, with this power, with this determination for the liberation of our people, return is imminent. The Zionist entity wants us to believe that our cause is dying. That by continuing to wage violent genocide and massacres, to drop bombs, to wipe out civilization, that we will go down, that we will one day stop showing up. But what I've seen here today, through all of us, is that as long as a single one of us says the word Palestine and raises the flag, we will never be defeated. And we know and we remember that our people in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Yemen, continue to lead the way. And when they call, we answer. And so we will continue to answer every single day that we are alive. And we know that here in the US, we might feel far away, living in the belly of the beast. But we know that that means our role is just as important, and that is to strike where we know it will have an impact. And showing up is important, because by showing up, we're sending a message to the city, to the local government, and to all people that we will continue to resist and we will continue to exist. But I want to take this further, and I want to call on every single person here today. You might feel like you don't have a role, but I promise you do. Whoever you are, Arab, non-Arab, employee, student, parent, retired, whatever age, whatever background, whatever demographic, it doesn't matter. You have a voice and you can use it. Our goal as the Palestinian Youth Movement, and with the rest of the San Diego for Palestine Coalition, is to mobilize our people in every sector that we exist. And so challenge yourself to do more. If you work in labor, join a union and get organized. If you work for the city, you should probably see what coalitions exist, because I know there's a few that are doing work for Palestine. If you're in education, keep pushing the line every single day. Fight back against the Zionists who want to silence ethnic studies and any word of Palestine. We know that we have a role no matter where we are, as long as we continue to breathe. And so as a people, something we can all do, and someone we can all target, is the logistics company Maersk, which is responsible for a majority of the weapons that are delivered to Israel. Oftentimes we look at weapons weapons manufacturers, and we aim to strike there, and that is important. But those weapons wouldn't be manufactured without Maersk, who's responsible for the trucks, the ships, and the planes that facilitate these deadly weapons. And we are ashamed. Shame! And so we call on all of you to join the Palestinian youth movement in our campaign against Maersk, because we are determined that one person at a time, one city at a time, and one movement at a time, we will be successful and we will get Maersk to end their contracts with Israel. And so again, I thank you all, and I ask that no matter what we see on the news or from our families back home today, tomorrow, next week, we continue to hold our heads high, because our people have not given up, and so we won't either. And one day, we will be free. Thank you all so much. This now concludes our action. Please make your way safely to your cars and let us know if you need any help with anything.